Abusuani komo e wo channel yi so I'll say a GH Politics Avenue. Podcast or section name ko make headlines. And ye jembre na idibi exomo ni dim ya hobraxe mu yembo inra political highways in ejedema onua enye asem koto akra. Na ni nyina ni se Godfred Odame na private entity bi etimi a petition Chief Justice say onhwe na omu entwinaso based on ni noma bia woye atwamu efa wone forcing issue impo se otimi ni jagba egodi nkomo se enka omra no obedi adanse krumu ema no onia me no ka say General Legal Council ya petition wo mu se omu enhwe na papai insem omu enhwehwe mu because no ma wo ye ne de omu hu ni se misconduct ye mungra insim.
We need to basically talk about a private citizen private citizen petitions General Legal Counsel to investigate former AG Godfred Dame over allegations of professional misconduct in Ato Forson's trial. And I think this issue a check. In fact, Aban Sasa no nanka say the Ghana Bar Association omu nanka omu tro sa statement we first, because you see Ato Forson case na Godfred Dame Ekufuado oforiatamo omadwene say omo pese omo de hye Ato Forson kon na Godfred Dame lead the crucifixion of Ato Forson no. We all saw the lapses, the illegalities. Kronoa ekoso adada the former Attorney General Godfred Dame, the way and manner he manipulated judges, he manipulated the process, the way we clearly senior Godfred Dame esheda edi drum. At a point we had him on tape. And now opese odada jakpa ema jakpa etwa. We saw text messages. An Attorney General who basically acted like a criminal. An Attorney General who basically did not follow judicial process. An Attorney General who is a crook. He was basically doing criminal work for the president in 2024. We saw Godfred Dame, who is a lawyer who did not respect the judiciary, who basically got instructions from the highest office in our judiciary, that is Tokonu's office. And Godfred Dame basically was like a dog on rabies, basically going and flouting the law anyhow. Audio and Godfred Dame, an accused person, or try to convince an accused person to lie to favor him and his government. This Godfred Dame guy does not have any moral right to be working in Ghana and calling himself a lawyer. He's a disease to the legal fraternity. And this guy, we are not supposed to allow him to even practice in Ghana as a human being. But so for some reason, instead of us to pay attention to this kind of political insect, people parading as lawyers, people who are using political power to go after innocent people, criminals in black and white suits, criminals who have been given power by some corrupt certificateless fools to use our judicial system to abuse Ghanaians' rights. These are people we are not supposed to give any room to be working in Ghana as lawyers. So I believe, the General Legal Counsel, they should take this very, very serious. An investigation needs to be open. Godfred Dame needs to be questioned. The right thing needs to be done. If this guy has to be bad, he needs to be disbarred. Because, you see, the criminality in his action from the past, the deliberate criminal activity, the deliberate connivance with other judges to try and prosecute an opponent and a politician, all because of power. This guy is not supposed to be working and feeling like he's a human being to be treated as one. So I believe and support this petition to the General Legal Counsel, because you see, the General Legal Counsel and the Ekufuado was a corrupt General Legal Counsel. We all know. That is the same General Legal Counselor. Afenyomakin threatened Obi on phone. Abra Afenyomakin Obi wakwaji Obi yire enena da afano ema saa nipa no ne nua bema JJ akọ repi ana ode ne sako ka Obi mba Afenyomakin kwasiampanyi as a lawyer no ofre nipa sa threaten no Afenyoma Kiweya Esafa Eyade ne one of his colleagues in the law firm Emma ne Koy and Korani school and all this sax ko tatan krano. He wanted to go kidnap people's kids. Afenyoma was summoned at the General Legal Council because Tokonu and the rest of the council members, led by Samuel Okujato, Sabapa Kokra Beiforce, Kwasiampen, they told Afenyoma to go. So you see, the NPP judiciary, and the Kufuor, it was basically like dogs on rabies. And Godfrey Dame was the leader of these dogs on rabies. Now, at this point, I believe the General Legal Council should take this matter very seriously, because if anybody sees Godfrey Dame in court speaking as a lawyer and representing clients, it makes it look like our judiciary, with all due respect, we don't know what we are doing. We are not intelligent enough to protect the judiciary. How can such a criminal act, per what happened and what we all listened and what we all saw, text messages, an attorney general who became a lapdog to politicians, an attorney general who became a political criminal, who was buying judges, who was buying witnesses, an attorney general who was filled with corrupt acts. Sir Godfrey Dame will Kronfo per what we heard and saw in 2024. This is an attorney general, Godfrey Dame, who was shopping for judges. I want this one. I want this one. I want this one. Now all pele. Some Kronfo are not supposed to be working in our court in and out. No, we need to put them where they are. They are not supposed to be practicing law in Ghana. It is beginning to look like, and a Kronfo and a practicing law in Ghana. Godfrey Dame is not different from a criminal, a hardened criminal who is at Insawum, because he basically tried to manipulate the system, go against the judicial code, and make sure his opponents are jailed for no reason. So this guy is a hardened criminal. And we are not supposed to entertain such political insects parading in Ghana and walking like colicos and pretending they are intelligent. These are foolish people. So this petition is very important and I support it. We need to go into it. We need to open an investigation into it. And if he's found guilty, we need to disbar this criminal, because all that he did was criminal. From the audio we listened to, from the text messages between him and Jakpa, from his actions, his utterances, a whole attorney general to me court or say, because they will catch me as a criminal, I'm not going to question the accused. I'm going to make my deputy. That was a clear violation, because we realized, say, not only himself or a Kronfo, so he was scared that the suspect, who was Jakpa, will question him on his illegal actions. So this guy, Godfrey Dame, is a criminal to me. Per the things that we saw, the things we heard, all the things that he did as the Attorney General for Ekufuado. This guy is not supposed to be entertained in Ghana court. He is a disease to our court. This is a simpliciter criminal. Simpliciter criminal. Why are we entertaining this? Per what we saw, the evidence we saw, all the audios I listened, the text messages between him and accused people, bringing accused people to a judge's home to convince them this guy is not supposed to be in court. This is a guy who is not supposed to be in court. He's a Sankwa's lawyer. A lawyer who shops for judges. This guy is Sankuma. Sankuma's claim to fame was shopping for judges. That's what they do. Halitosis. Akwai a friend nenum kankan or tijo FMI. Akwai nenum kankan. Your friend saying Samson Ayedini nenum kankan. This guy, they shop for lawyers, judges. That's what they do in Ghana. They shop for judges. They are almost in case Papa Biada or but not TV so halitosis nenum kankan. Samson Ayedini. On Kenyan Sembia, Endra, I believe in this. The same thing today, I don't believe it. There are men who don't even know they are men. They are confused about who they are. These are foolish people who are licking the butts of criminals in politics. Samson Ayenini, a very dirty riffraff. No principle guy. They sit on TV, they lie to people, they pretend they know the law, they know shit. They don't know zilch. They can't even win a case in Togo. And these fools are all walking on the streets of Ghana pretending they know law, and they write stupid grammar, no sense, stupid, no principle. Halitosis. Samson Ayenini, case Papa Ben we were in this country when Samson Ayenini told us, or the Kede Japan court, Kede Japan can say, what in wants them? Oh, you're crown for. Samson Ayenini is a thief. He's a criminal. He's a thief. Politicians na otaritaromoto na omuma nisikadi. Onimu nyansa. Ghana ne yejimintira eyedina kwa nenum kankan ya oba TV so only once a week become a journalist of the year. Enkwase sembe na ekoso and the Kufuado. Criminals, raccoons, chipmunks and diseases were given positions in Ghana for no reason. Something I didn't Godfrey Dame, Sankuma. These are Gabi Ochedako. These are people who shop for judges. They know the judges they want. They tell their Tokonu, we want this judge, we want this judge, we want this. That is what they do. Something I didn't. They no born rough. Oh, so today, something stay. Kwasiam penny, who free sreboba any anya law Ghana. So yesterday I believed in this. Today I don't believe in the same thing. Yeah. Yesterday you believed in something. Today the same thing, you don't believe in it. What makes you a lawyer? What is your principal line? These are people who don't have any morality. These are people who are being fed like dogs. They give them red meat today, tomorrow give them more money, and they sit there, they believe they are intelligent, but deep down you can see they are hollow. They are very fake. They know nothing. Something I need. They know born to. Halitosis when it's trim. Also, no pa. Or the so called education the num. Oh yeah, now or the maxam education is saying. Oh yeah, was the powder bobo is no the air the board there or person the num bon can. I'm news file. I'm catch there. Anything I'm saying, you see the news file. They have separated his desk from the guest because Okasagu the password is a gas go with him. And and something stick and say something like a very foolish twerp. What's your for? I'm a rock star, Anna.
What's the day? November to November. Me, I know my no calendar. Come on, let's ride. I'm a running man. Higher than life, no challenger. Trace my loss for the charisma. Chasing those no scavengers. Chasing those no scavengers. I said, dang. As a mission city ball in a K won't yes, you're not having the same. War. Only one actually walk on with 3 bumped and I see you're not having the same. And the detail no evidence. I go to chill like a relax. I know the detail no evidence. I go to chill like a oh no, I'm a pop star. You know, sir, I'm a pop star. You know, sir, I'm a pop star. You know, sir, I'm a pop. Pop star. What's the day? November to November. Me, I know.
I'm a pop star. Ain't as someone here can about Godfrey Dameno, we are not supposed to play with it. The guy needs to stand before the General Legal Counsel and prove himself. He's one of the most illegal connection as an Attorney General. Because when you see the things he did, Atofos in case and Kwasiado and the one Atofos going to mission him. Inti Sebi on Ketana Ghana Hananka Kwasian pay you jail Atofos for no reason. O Godfrey Dame, you the coin to form so Bunko to Jefa, Gina Onaso fa ultimate fa. A child bendo na bakum answer to my coin. You sit there deliberately, you want to jail somebody's father. On your bonibia. O Godfrey Dame, open a tofoma. So one kwa na bakum ultimate tam. O Godfrey Dame. You cannot go there. Oh, yeah, then about doggy. O Godfrey Dame. O nam hena kobo doggy. Ubetume kwa name about doggy. Enkwasiade. This guy. Ultimate kwa name kwa about doggy. Adwene bonne politics inti. Oba. Adwene bonne politics inti. Ultimate kwa name kwa about doggy. O person bi papa ko jail. Kwasi asema no. Now, we caught Godfrey Dame on tape. Trying to coach, trying to force an accused person to lie. Now, Ghana Mrano, when you go into the laws of Ghana, let me read it to you. Kwasia for the Witness Protection Act 2018. You're reading boom. Some Kwasia for when you're not to Ghana. In fact, let me put this Ofui's picture on this side. Kofedame Kronfo, Maso Son Kwasam so Ghana. Aqua way ultimate bodogi, ultimate Kwan name bodogi we. Come Kwasia some. Now, this guy, let me read this to you. Witness Protection Act 2018. Let me read the act to you. Now, to me, some of say club free system. They are not supposed to be lawyers. Godfrey Dame. A person who coaches or coerces a protected witness to give evidence which is false commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not less than 2,000 penalty units and not more than 10,000 penalty units, or to a term of imprisonment of not less than 5 years and not more than 10 years, or to both the fine and the term of imprisonment. What you say? A person who coaches or coerces a protected witness to give evidence which is false commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not less than 2,000 penalty units and not more than 10,000 penalty units, or to a term of imprisonment of not less than 5 years and not more than 10 years, or both the fine and the term of imprisonment. Dear Godfrey Dame, we all saw evidence of it on our TVs, on social media, of him trying to coerce or coach Jakpa to go and lie against Atofosino. He is supposed to be serving a jail term of 5 to 10 years. Because I'm paying in Ghana. Ultimate Bodogi. It's ultimate Kwani name Bodogi. Because I'm paying. And the Association Kwasi Abrochan Kodem as an attorney general committing the highest crime in the judicial area system, trying to coerce and coach a witness, a protected witness. He was even able to lead a protected witness to a judge's home. This guy is a thief. He's a criminal. Oh, yeah, we sit in Ghana, Kwasi Abrochan to Phoebe. Who go for that? We to Bodogi. Yeah, they open it from say, and these fools, because of politics, so in Kagona for Yame and Yambre and Yankasim and Yamfa pressure to Kwasiampe Uncle Jelia to forcing. Wicked people, difficult, stupid, wicked people, very difficult people. And these are the people we are entertaining in Ghana. Oh, at a into MP for quarter. Now Aquawe. Why any shoe say it now? Me na me ko defend you mo. No. Wo me so wo ye be sawase. Kwasiampe wona nkedi ade we di wan ka be wo de. Who go for dame? When you decide you are supposed to be in jail. You are supposed to be in jail. Now who go jail neka say kutu perform obetuma kuntunu mo perform. And na be na go kuntunu ko perform. Enkwasi asem we nyane esoso so Ghana. Enkwasi asem we nyane eto ho. Na say jibi say we imagine say say dia go for dame ya chin on tape. Jakpa beka no court ye hu WhatsApp NDC attorney general na ya anke betima tena kroma ke benya nkwasiafo ni twamoa abeka say an ade ne enjeli no kwasiampe yo nam Ghana e na ho anti free owo Iran anke hanging dadada China anke hanging dadada go for them kokopie China anke hanging no e wo dom. The foolishness and the stupidity of an MPP supporter, the stupidness and the foolishness, the idiocy of an MPP follower. It is always right when they commit a crime. But when somebody commits a crime, it is wrong. The foolishness that eats into the foolish mind of an MPP follower. Are we sane? Are we okay? Are we morally right to even discuss Ghana politics? Why is Godfrey Dame not being questioned in Ghana? Why is the NPP still walking around in Ghana and telling us, Godfrey Dame a lawyer? Now we have people in Ghana defending this twerp. We all listened to the audio. We all read the text messages. An attorney general of the Republic of Ghana, an attorney general that represents a county.
We ayan sama horo etimu ko so channel so mami ena was so jebre asane so bad in dia dumbi edomania. Unia ye besan Asia.